revival with Bloomberg being into the race, with the revival of fighting in Syria, where our troops are committed.
Yep.
You want that. You got to have those kinds of stories.
And good old
Giuliani. So all that, which and how it works.
Yeah.
And incidentally, I think the impeachment proceedings are a wonderful case of how government works. It's a civics lesson.
You can see every aspect of government. You can see all three of you can see the branches, all three of them.
You just saw it last night. Yeah, you just saw it last night in the ruling from this judge, Kajani.
The exact process.
She took great pains to say that, to bring up Marbury Madison.
Yes.
That was a keystone decision about the separation of powers.
Yes.
Who gets appointed, how they get appointed.
Yeah.
And all of these are wonderful learning opportunities.
And they're big decisions as well.
Yeah.
Because they some of these things, haven't really been argued before. And so these are going to be things that are referred to as some people would call case law.
Yeah.
Later. Yeah. Well, hopefully not later, but if ever.
But it'll be it'll be decided. These will be landmark decisions. Yeah. Because it brings back into the court. And to show you how sticky these things are, some courts have just avoided these things for years and kept kicking the can down the road, or they let precedents stand without getting into it. But now it looks like some of these things are being forced into the Supreme Court. And one is executive privilege. How far does it go? How far does it extend, and what rights do the president of the United States have that are his, both as a citizen and as a president?
As a president.
As a president.
There's supposed to be a certain amount of separation.
Yes.
There's certain things that's supposed to be divested, and he's supposed to be detached of certain things.
That was the reason. That's the reason for the tripartite government. That's why we have three branches. This idea that Congress or the courts, everybody bows before the king. That's from the years of the monarchy. That's from a different age. That's what we fought against. We fought not to have that. That's why impeachment is in the Constitution. And foreign interference was a driving force behind keeping a tight rein on the president, because the founders did not want another king. And listen, let me tell you something. I always feel a bit disconnected from this, but I like going into our history simply because there's plenty of room for mischief there with people who like to keep just conflicts and who like arguments. I know that I was not included when that was written. So when I say our founders, they were
talking in a technical term.
I'm talking in a technical. I'm talking about the people who,
for the general country.
Per
se.
As they saw the country. As a matter of fact, they didn't even include other white people when they were talking about that. They weren't necessarily talking about, because they had indentured servants too. Remember? So they were working on an idea. And that's why it became known as the experiment, right? So it is good to at least, and I think it's important to know the history, to understand the history, because then it gives you some perspective, and that's if you are of a mind to fight problems and fight back. Then I think it arms you to know something about the way your adversary works and what they say and what they do.
Yeah, you're always supposed to study your adversary to a point. It's just like anything else, even if you're related to sports. They watch film for a reason.
Yeah, right. It's true.
It's part of learning.
Not the minute that you switch from learning the lessons of our past mistakes, and you go right back to land of the free, home of the brave, and ignore all of the other stuff that's going on. And you're just engaging in propaganda. You're showing no knowledge of what has happened. I think.
Or no, or you don't care about it. Some people seem they just don't care, and so they'll surround themselves in that field of the free, home of the brave. But like you said, when the Constitution was written, it wasn't written for all individuals.
No, it wasn't.
And so that is something that always has to be remembered when you talk about it.
And the thing that I took from that early on, and I'm only grown stronger in my belief about it, is that people have an amazing ability not to see themselves as they really are. But thankfully, sometimes people see themselves as they wish to be. And so they speak in high-minded terms. Other people hide behind flowery language to do dirt. It's
all the time.
All the time. Now, I would say if you cherish those words and you are trying to make them come true, if you are unjustly locking people up, if you are you're the opposite of what you pretend to be. For what you pretend to be. And so that will make you a sheep in wolf's clothing. Even worse, a sheep looking for votes. So that really doesn't. That was a wolf looking for votes. So that really doesn't work. Bloomberg has entered the race. Think about Bloomberg. Talking about your work week. Some of you are at home chilling out. If you want to give us a call, you can. 713-668-1230. We're pretty much
But Paris, I would love to hear from the educators though. They're at home. They're chilling. They're off this week.
I was.
Gotta go stick out the walls at 10:45.
Okay. Prince says we should scrap the Constitution and start over. That ain't gonna happen. Well, you know what? That's the thing about a constitutional convention. That's why some people don't want a constitutional convention. That's why when you mention having a constitutional convention or changing the Constitution, look, the ERA amendment still hasn't passed. That's been for years, right? Because these things have to go through states, and you might be able to get an amendment. But if you open that up to a constitutional convention, people are worried that you can put anything in there if you get enough votes for it.
Well, clearly in today's climate, all you got to do is get enough people on the bandwagon to say,
Hey, you guys, go to YouTube. This is lagging.
Has a tooth fallen off? No need to wait 2 or 3 days for repair. At Sunnyside Dental, we have
Morris, the one that Paris let y'all met in the car when we went to eat the other day. He says you talk turkey well. He posted it on Facebook. I need to tag you in that video. Can you put something together and say free jive turkey? Keep him safe. As we go into happy, like for Thursday. You can post it and say Happy Thanksgiving and hashtag keep him safe or whatever. A little picture of the turkey.
Put the turkey high. You see his eyeball. Is it over?
Oh, that would be cute to say. Is it over?
Is it over?
Or what day is it?
Jive turkey. I'm going to go see Doc.
Yeah. See what he can work out for me.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I said that's good.
Yeah. I've been before. When I went out of town before, I came back and I had a tooth. Like, what happened? Where did that come from? And so he was able to work that out. I was just afraid that I didn't want it to crack anymore and get down to that nerve. And then I really be in trouble. Be like Royce and have multiple root canals. He has. Royce had like 3 of them.
What, root canal?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're painful now. I ain't gonna lie. That's for real.
Frequent breaker tripping and hot outlets. Electrical work is serious business. Don't put your family's safety in the hands of the amateurs. Call the pros at 832-287-5340.
KCLH?
287-5340.
Hey, Coach, why my mind? I haven't heard from you in a minute. Good to hear from you. All right, brother, hold on.
I'm trying not to eat, but I know if he has to do something, then he's going my mouth gonna be able to try to chocolate actually. Tongue gonna be heavy. Oh, I didn't see you say it's his mom's birthday. Dang it. It's his mom's birthday. God.
Good morning, friend of the people.
Join me on Saturday.
The FOP.
FOP. Operating. My man.
Friend of the people. Friend of the people.
Every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon on 1230. The Source. Here's a special announcement from the
do you go Facebook Live at all?
Sometimes.
Does yours my names just keep repopulating themselves?
Yeah, mine been doing that.
It stopped for a little bit and then it keep doing it, so then I don't see all of the comments until after the fact.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on with that. It's like the same ones keep coming up.
And then it started back again. I was like, sometimes I like today I missed some key
549-9740. Remember, 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $119 plus 1 room free. We also clean towel, props, and upholstery. Make your appointment now and have everything looking and smelling great this holiday season. Call the professionals at the all-new Millionaire Floor and Carpet Care. 832-549-9740.
It's a Millionaire Carpet Care. I gotta tell you something. Millionaires ain't doing their own carpets. I mean, I ain't trying to show. I ain't trying to throw shade. You understand? But you don't have to show me the millionaires that are walking around with a vacuum cleaner, trying to get dog's pee out of their carpet.
Oh my. Well, Tyrone, you were a fan favorite today, sir. The people have spoken, sir. They say Tyrone is hilarious. They say I like this guy, Tyrone. Listen, boy, listen. I'm done with all of them.
Yeah. Wait, I want you to read that.
Literally just like people already. It's been a half a day. It's been a half a show. Like we talked about, I can talk about the same things. It just don't go across when it's just don't go across the same.
It's
better when you can bounce it back and forth.
Yeah, you bounce it off. You get there's an energy that you get.
Or by email at info@tammytalks.com with the name and contact information of the family you feel is deserving and why. Nominations must be in by November 21st at 5 p.m.
We were asking people to say what they were thankful for, Paris. This one lady, today was her first time watching the show or listening. She was saying she's grateful that God revealed that she had a brain aneurysm earlier this year.
Wow. That's good. That is good. Okay. Did you read that?
I'm just reading it now. I'm just seeing it.
Okay.